found these original doors in our attic and knew that I had to save them. But then came the question of, do I try and strip them myself or do I send them off to be professionally dipped? So we tried both to see how they compare, and this is how they stacked up. So cost-wise, I thought stripping them myself would be a lot cheaper. However, I used a brand called Cling Strip, which is great for areas like this and works perfectly. It's just not cheap in the quantity that you need. Each 5-litre tub is £26 and I needed 2 per door. When you add on neutraliser and sanding gear, this comes to £59.60 per door doing it ourselves. In comparison, the dipping process cost £80 per door, and that includes paint, removal, neutralising and sanding. So it still came in more pricey, but surprisingly not that much. Now let's talk about time. So dipping required absolutely nothing from us. They collect and drop off the door right to your house. Stripping, however, took a full day to strip each side of the door and another afternoon to neutralise and sand it down. So we're talking 2.5 days per door, including wait time, to do this manually. Here's where things get interesting, because let's talk about the final result. Dipping is clearly faster and easier, but there is a risk. The chemicals they use are so strong they can damage your door, especially if it's not solid wood, and they did warn us about this. So we sent 2 doors off to be dipped. One came back perfect, but the other was quite damaged. So for us, it's a 50% success rate. Whereas the door I stripped myself is perfect with no damage at all. And exactly the result that I wanted. So which one would I recommend? Dipping is great if you're short on time and okay with a little bit of risk. However, if you want full control and a guaranteed result, stripping it yourself is well worth the effort.